to the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network. We are back for the Thunrder Racing League Pro Series as they kick off practice. They are doing their thing down there, and we are doing our thing up here. But, as always, it is time for you to stand up, remove your hats as we do tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our national anthem here at the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network. These guys are going to hammer out some qualifying laps, a couple minutes of that. And once they get all hammered down, we're going to head on into the heats. So don't go anywhere. Now's a good time to use the restroom real quick as we get ready to head on into these 410 Pro Series heats here for the Thunrder Racing League. Getting ready for heat number 1, ladies and gentlemen. 15 seconds left for the qualifying session to finish on up as these guys hammer out their laps. And we'll grid on up for heat number 1, getting ready to go for the Thunrder Racing League's Pro Series 410s at Eldora. All right, starting here on the pole, we're going to have Dylan Ayler, if he ends up gridding up. Alex Hanna going to be in the second spot. Austin Medea going to pull up the third. Corey Jan's going to start to the outside of Medea. And tailing the end of the field, we got Kellen Sabo. Alex Hanna still not gridding up, and Dylan Ayler not gridding up yet as well. So it looks like 3 cars so far for heat number 1. So there we got Dylan Ayler starting on the pole, and to the outside of him will be the 97 of Alex Hanna. So we're going to have 5 cars for 10 laps here at 410 sprint car action at Eldora. There we go, down into 3 and 4. Dylan Ayler, Alex Hanna looking to take the green flag as the pace truck pulls off. And down into pit lane. Green flag is out. Green flag is rolling. Lap number 1 in the books. The 20 machine made some contact there with Corey Jans there. He gets it under control as he falls back into the 5th position. Austin Medea having bad luck off the start. Jan's trying to do all he can, digging down low into 3 and 4 to catch Alex Hanna. And Dylan Ayler out front of him. The 97 hanging on to the 2nd spot as he's trying to track down Ayler. Kellen Sabo in that number 2. Not far off there behind Corey Jans here. In the 4th spot, we got 6 laps to go. Heat number 1. Dylan Ayler still hanging these guys off. Alex Hanna trying to dig down low and deep into 3 and 4 as he comes around to the flag stand and down into 1 as the checker flag goes waving. Dylan Ayler taking heat number 1 no home. And that was an awesome race. Now we get to pull up the grid for heat number 2. And starting here on the pole, will be Daniel Boyd if he grids up. Ross going to start to the outside of Daniel in that number 10 machine. Oh, there's Daniel in the 79 with speed shot 51. Bob Everton supposed to be in that third position. There he is. Corey Kersetter going to be in the 19K to the outside of Bob Everton in the 000, or the 008, excuse me. And Adam Collier going to tail the end of the field here. 5 cars, 10 laps. We're at Eldora. Here we go, Daniel Boyd, Ross, Corina, I'm sorry, I butcher your last name every time, Ross, and I am so sorry. Corey Kersetter, Bob Everton, Adam Collier, ready for the green flag. 5 cars, 10 laps. Green flag is out. That 79 going to get a quick jump to the out front, excuse me, to the inside of Ross. Ross going to hold on to second as Bob Everton has company back there knocking on the back door as Kersetter is on that tail of the 008. Adam Collier sitting back in the 5th position, that 18 ace on the tail side of the 19K. Be smart, drive hard. Adam Collier still trying to hang on to the tail side of Kersetter in that 19K. Bob Everton in the 08. Find that number 10 machine in the 3rd spot. 6 laps coming by the flag stand now. Bob Everton still trying to hang with Ross in that 3rd spot. Ross doing all he can in that 10 machine, digging down low in the 1 and 2. Trying to get up to the 79 of Daniel Boyd. So as we're riding on board here with Ross and that number 10 machine, that 79 of Daniel Boyd, using that outside edge, getting the grip, and just finding his way around Eldora around that outside edge. Final lap of the white flag comes out and waving around 1 and 2. Daniel Boyd down the back, stretching that 79 into 3 and 4, coming around 3 and 4 for the checkered flag waving. Congratulations, Daniel Boyd, taking home heat number 2. All right, so starting here on the pole for heat number 3, we've got Taylor Wineland going to start here on the pole. To the outside of him, we got Kyle Sargent, the 91 machine. Starting third, we got the 55 with Phantom Motorsports, Mr. Robert Satterfield, excuse me. To the outside of him will be Chris Forsyth in the 225 with ABR Setup Shop. And tailing the end of the field, the 53 machine of Ian Humphreys. Taylor Wineland right here in the 9X is going to start on the pole. Green flag here is out. Taylor Wineland going to take to an early lead as Robert Satterfield going to pull up into the second spot to 91. Kyle Sargent going to dip back down underneath for the crossover here to take back that second position. Lap number 1 coming around 3 and 4 in the books now. We got battling here the 9X trying to hold off the 91 and the 225. Here at Forsyth and Sargent as we got so tight a race going on here at Eldora for heat number 2. Taylor Wineland and Kyle Sargent clap tires in the rear, but they're still able to keep it under control as they come around 1 and 2 down the backstretch. Down into 3, the 9X around 4. Leading these guys out, the 91 going to slide down into the middle lane as Chris Forsyth still hangs on to that outside. Still trying to come up from the 4th spot here. Statterfield in that 55 machine all over the tail side of the 225. All right, ladies and gentlemen, starting for heat number 3, we got Jordan Lawrenson starting on the pole. Starting in the second spot, we got Dustin Sargent in that 377. Third, we're going to have Ryan Avila and Chris Schaefer in that 23 machine tailing out the end of the field. 4 cars, 10 laps here at Eldora for heat number 3. Pace truck is in, a green flag. Here's Al Lawrenson. Dustin Sargent going to battle it out as Lawrenson takes the lead off. Dustin Sargent holding off Chris Schaefer and Ryan Avila here back in the second and third spot. Sargent going to the outside as Chris Schaefer trying to dig down low in that inside from the third position. Ryan Avila comes back from the back all the way to the second spot here. As he started third, now he's in second. He's able to get around Dustin Sargent, trying to catch Jordan Lawrence in that 4 machine. Using that outside berm, he gets that outside wall, and Avila goes around the 49 machine. Gonna bring nope, we're gonna stay green here as Lawrence's gonna lead him off into 1 and 2. Schaefer into the outside wall as well as he ends up on the side. Sargent, Lawrenson. 2 cars left here remains as we got 2 laps left for heat number 3. Checker flag waving here. And Jordan Lawrenson going to take home the win over Dustin Sargent, who was left on the track left in the second spot. These guys got to warm up, and then we're going to pull up Mr. Jay Giddings, as I believe we're doing a 3-wide salute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to bring in Jay Giddings here to set off the 3-wide salute.
Yeah, we're getting these guys formed up as they come down the front straightaway. Tonight is about Jason Left Turn Leffler. As you see him taking shape, we'll make the call when they get back to 3 and 4 here. Something Thunrder Racing League does each and every week to say thank you to the fan and drivers and everybody else that's gotten us where we are. Ladies and gentlemen, here they come out of turn number 4. Take notice that inside front row is left open. That position is for you, Jason Leffler. After that, they are 3 wide to tell each and every one of you thank you for the support and views. It's the 3 wide Thunrder thank you. All right, and that track does look pretty racy, so we'll just go ahead and advance this session and get feature racing underway.
All right, Jay, thank you a lot, brother. And we hope you guys all have a great racing here in the Pro Series. And as always, here for the Thunrder Racing League, let's get ready to boogie on down for the feature. Starting here on the pole, as always, the man, the myth, the legend, Dylan Ayler. Starting in the outside spot, we'll have Mr. Daniel Boyd. If they grid up, we got to see who's gridding up. Daniel Boyd. There we go. The 79 machine right there. Look at that thing. Oop. Taylor Wineland not gridded up. We got Jordan Lawrenson in the 4 machine. Right behind Boyd, sitting in 4th. In 5th, we'll have Alex Hanna. 6th is Ross. 7th going to go to Kyle Sargent in the 91 machine. The 377 to Dustin Sargent starting 8th. 9th going to go to Corey James with 10th going to Bob Evertson. 225 machine of Chris Forsythe starting 11th with to the outside of him. Chris Schaefer in the 23. 13th going to go to Austin Medea. 14th, Corey Kersetter in the 19K. Robert Satterfield in the 55 of Phantom Motorsports starting 15th. 16th going to go to Ryan Avila. 17th going to go to Kellen Sobo. And Adam Collier starting 18th. And till the end of the field, we got 19 drivers. Ian Humphreys. 19 drivers for 35 laps. Ready to rip down the house here at Eldora. Pace truck lights are off. These drivers are double filed, heading down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Dylan Naylor, Daniel Boyd waiting for the green flag. The pace truck heads on in. Taylor Wyland, Jordan Lawrence, the green flag here is out. Thunder Racing League's Pro 410 Sprint Car Series underway as Dylan Naylor going to take to an early lead down 3 and 4 into the front stretch. Daniel Boyd hanging on to that second spot as he's got Alex Hanna and Jordan Lawrence back behind him. Taylor Wyland going to try to battle here from the fourth position as he's going to go for the slide job on Jordan Lawrence for that fourth spot. 3 wide back behind him and a 1 and 2 onto the backstretch. Alex Hanna going to dig down low in those 3 and 4 as he comes out to the outside. Here comes that 9K of Taylor Wineland. 9X, excuse me, 9X. And that 10 machine of Ross with Phantom Motorsports going to try to dip down low to the inside as he's not able to do so. He comes back to the outside as he's got Jordan Lordson go to the inside of him now. Or excuse me, Bob Evertson in the 008. Onto the backstretch into 3 and 4. These 410 drivers hanging on for dear life. We're riding on board right now with Bob Everton, excuse me. He has the Phantom Motorsports number 10 machine of Ross right behind him, sitting outside of the top 5. Taylor Wineland still in the 4th position as Alex Hanna in 3rd. Daniel Boyd still in 2nd. Back behind these guys, we got Ryan Avila and the other guys all bunched up, trying to hold on to that outside line as they are nose to tail, 10 positions back. Heading back up front, we got Daniel Boyd, still has Dylan Naylor right in his sights, right in front of him. That 79 machine in the 92, trying to hang on to it as he goes to the inside. Down the front stretch into 3 and 4, that 79, trying to use that mid to high line. And it looks like we're going to have a yellow flag strike the speedway. This one going to be on Jordan Lawrenson. We'll see what happens. The 4 machine trying to go down low with Bob Evertson, almost making some contact there. Coming off of the straight, or off of the corner 1 and 2 there. That black and red 377 machine, I believe that's Dustin Sargent, gets a little loose off 1 and 2 coming down onto that number 4, bringing the yellow flag out. Hard racing out of these 410 sprint car drivers. They are doing a great job. First caution of the night, lap 9 as they strikes here for the Pro Series. 35 laps. We're a third of the way through this race now, as we got just a little bit more to go. 410's rip, rock, and rolling here at Eldora down in Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if I checked the weather report out for tonight. But let's check it out while we have a chance here. Looks like 96 87 degrees, 51% humidity, clear skies with 1 mile an hour wind. So the weather looks pretty fine out there for these 410s ripping it up right now. Dylan Ayler going to lead them off as they get bunched up and double filed out. Alex Hanna in the 4th spot to the outside of Taylor Wineland as we get ready to go green flag out of 3 and 4. Green flag here is out one more time. Dylan Ayler taking to the green flag with Daniel Boyd holding on to second. Boyd using that outside line as Ross right behind him. Alex Hanna also on that outside line. We see the 65 machine back there. It looks like he got into some stuff. Yellow flag's going to fly. Robert Satterfield. It was the 55, excuse me, the 55 machine. 55 hanging on to that outside, 3 wide in front of him almost. Some contact there with Schaefer. Let's go back. 23 and the 55 machine makes some contact, sending them both to the outside wall, and the 55 ends up on his side. Very unfortunate there for all involved on that one. So we're going to line them up, double dutch filed. The Dylan Ayler and the 92 machine going to lead them off as Daniel Boyd and Ross go double file back behind them. Coming out of 3 and 4, pace truck down into the pit lane. Green flag is out. Dylan Ayler, Daniel Boyd, Ross Carina, Alex Hanna looking to make some moves around the outside edge of that 97 machine. Kyle Sargent in the 91 trying to get to the inside here because he's back behind the 97 and the 10. Cross up into the outside wall. The 91 making some contact with Ross into the outside wall there as we got a big pile up. Let's go back and rewatch that one here. So as they come off of the front stretch, the 91 tried to dig deep into the high side, tried to keep it out of the number 10, but the number 10 going to that outside lane off the wall, coming down off the wall. Man, just very unfortunate here as the 410 sprint cars have so much horsepower, and they are just ripping it up. We'll try this one more time here as we get these guys double filed up one more time. Dylan Ayler going to lead these guys off. Daniel Boyden has Alex Hanna going to go to the outside of him now. Bob Everton, Corey Jans will round out the top 5. .23 laps remaining. Lights are off the pace truck as they head down the back stretch. Down into 3 and 4, Ayler, Boyd, Hanna. As the pace truck heads in, these guys are double filed. Nice, clean, tight formation. Green flag here is out. Yeah, hard racing up front here. Alex Hanna trying to hold off Corey Jansen, Daniel Boyd. As Hanna slips up into that second spot, looks like we're going to have a yellow flag strike. My little cheater not going to tell me what it was, so we will have to just see what happens out on the track. We are back to green, ladies and gentlemen. Dylan Ayler going to take to the early lead with Daniel Boyd trying to work his way back up in that 79 machine. Ooh, a little bit of clipping and blinking as we see there from the 79, or for myself, actually, from the stream. The 79 was ripping that outside wall. We got Alex Hanna in the 97 back behind him. He's working that outside groove, getting a little squirrely off of 1 and 2. Going to dig her down low into 3 and 4. Come back out to the outside here. Back behind him, Corey Jansen, that yellow and red machine digging low in the 138. "17 laps remaining. Corey Jansen holding on to fourth as Taylor Wineland. And that 9X has dusted Sargent all over the tail side in that 377 machine. Sargent now has Avila looking to make some moves in that 49 back behind him as we got action going on. Yellow flag strikes for Jordan Lawrenson. See what happened to Lawrenson here as Lawrenson goes to the inside of Evertson. Evertson in that 008 and that 10 machine of Ross going to the inside of the 4. The 008 trying to hang on to that midline as the number 4 and him make contact, and the 4 goes to that inside wall. Very unfortunate there for all involved. Dylan Boyd still in the second spot, right behind Ayler. Alex Hanna still in the third. As Corey Jans is in fourth. Coming up from the 9th spot, 5 positions on the night. Ian Humphreys starting in the 19th position, all the way dead last, coming up to 8th on the night. So Ian Humphreys so far has hard charger. We will see what happens at the end of the night. Ayler, Boyd, Hanna, nose to tail on the grease star here. One more time, 16 laps. Green flag is out. Hanna going to the inside early into 1 and 2, but on the backstretch. Gonna go dip down into 3 and 4 on the low line. 97 going to dip to the outside now. Geezer Racing, biggest issue with online racing is packet loss. I hear that. I totally hear that. Hanna getting a little squirrely there after he touched the wall, but he's able to recorrect there. As Taylor Wineland looking to pounce on him. If he makes another mistake, the 49, Ryan Avila almost applying too much pressure here to that 9X. 49 going for the slide job. Wineland going to go back down underneath, but not able to hang on to it. Ryan Avila trying to work his way up into that top 3 spot because he wants to sit that baby on the podium. Here comes Alex Hanna from the top side. Ryan Avila is going to go down low for the slide job. Side by side, coming out onto the backstretch, down into 3 and 4. Slide job engages again from the 49 machine, but crossover almost answered as Alex going to try to answer with another slide job of his own, not able to do so. Ryan Avila going to hang on to that outside line in that 49. We see here Chris Schaefer trying to work to the inside of almost lap traffic here for Ross. As he's trying to get to the inside of that number 10 machine, that 23 car. Trying to use that lower line. We're going to come back up to Wineland as Wineland's going to use that outside line. He clips that wall hard. Ryan Avila in that 3rd spot back behind Daniel Boyd. Right on board here with him. See the rest of the pack out in front of him is that 49. Digs deep down to the low side here. Round 1 and 2 onto the backstretch. The 49 of Ryan Avila trying to hang on to catch the backside of Dylan, but Daniel Boyd able to get around Dylan for the lead as Dylan Ayler has lap traffic to worry about. Boyd in that 79 machine has clear green skies in front of him. As he does see a little bit of lap traffic, he's just got to hold them off for 3 more laps. As they come around 3 and 4, or on the backstretch into 3 and 4, excuse me. Out of 4 to the front stretch to the flag stand here. And down in a 1 and 2, the 79 of Daniel Boyd still leading these boys off. Looking to make some moves around the 53 machine of Ian Humphreys. That's top 9. Then Ian Humphreys is currently in the 9th position. White flags out and waving for the 79 of Daniel Boyd. As Boyd in the 79 on the backstretch trying to hang on to the 53s outside. Coming around 3 and 4 for the checkered flag, waving back behind him. Dylan Ayler was trying to come though. Ladies and gentlemen, checkered flag waves for Daniel Boyd. Awesome racing out of these 410 sprint cars. As always, the Thunrder Racing League putting on an awesome show. Awesome racing for these sprint car drivers. I give credit to anybody and everybody that can run these bad boys because I just certainly cannot. But, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to be pulling up the winners for tonight's race. The top 3 sitting on the podium. And we're going to pull up Mr. Jay Giddings as he gets ready to do some quick driver interviews for these pros. We'll be back in a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pull up Mr. Jay Giddings right now as he's going to get ready to do the pros interviews. Mr. Jay Giddings, the floor is yours.
All right. Yeah, looks like we're still waiting on a couple people to come up. I'd like to get the winner if I can first. Not seeing him in the waiting room yet. So far, we've only got the one. So, yeah. Which Ryan, I believe, came home third. Yeah, Ryan came home third, so I guess. Oh, there is our winner. So we will get our winner first. All right. And the winner, we're going to go ahead and get him first. Needing to get pushed around to get the victory lane photo. Daniel Boyd, how you doing? Good to see you back.
Yeah, g'day, Jay. Yeah, that was I cut it fine there with the fuel. I didn't kind of realise just running the top there and burning a lot of fuel. So yeah, I was lucky to get the win there.
Yeah, I was watching you there for the last few laps and watch you slowly closing in on Dylan. Do you think if the caution would have came out, other than running out of fuel, do you think he'd have been able to get around you if we had to restart again?
You know, I don't know, it was kind of hard there off the starts. Dylan was fast, man. There's some fast guys in here, and you know, I just bided my time there and just followed him round. But off the restarts, he'd get a little jump on me, and you know, the track was really nice, but you just had to get up around the fence to be fast there. So, you know, I was just trying to be patient, and got a bit of a chance there in lap traffic where Dylan was a little bit hesitant, and you know, got the job done. So I was happy with the win.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it's been a while since you've ran with us. Good to see you back. Very common to see you up here when you're racing with us. Glad to see you back. You think you're going to be at I-55 next week?
I actually will be. It's just, you know, work commitments over here in Australia has made it hard for me to get to every round. But, you know, I always got time to come and run with you guys, Jay. I love running with Thunrder Racing League. And, you know, like I've said before, it's the first league that I ever run, and I'll always run it with you. You run it really well, and, you know, I appreciate you having me.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you next week, too. I'm sure you'll probably end up somewhere in the top 3. You seem like you always find your way there no matter where you start. So, any sponsors, shout out, anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, just thank all the guys at Vortex Sim Sports. We've got a good little team going, and it's fun over here running the Australian leagues, and I try and get to run as many USA leagues as I can. It's kind of hard with work, but thanks to Speed Shop 51, and thanks to BB Graphics and LCJ Carpentry for all they do for us. Thanks to you, Jay, and the boys for putting on the league, and, you know, thanks to the guys for putting on the broadcast.
All right, absolutely. Congratulations on another win. I know you've picked up quite a few of them. Looking forward to talking to you again, Daniel.
Yeah, thank you very much, and congrats to Dylan and Ryan. Ryan's done a good job there coming from 16, so congrats to those guys on the podium, and I'll see you all guys next week.
See you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, accidentally cut him off a little bit there. But that was our winner, Daniel Boyd from Down Under. If you couldn't pick it out from from his accent, awesome to see him come and run with us Monday morning, his time before he goes to work. Your third place finisher and hard charger, Ryan Avila. Got a copy, Ryan?
Yeah. Going on.
All right. Well, walk us through that race.
Well, we had a fuel scare at the end, ended with 0.1, so was running the bottom for those last 6 to 7 laps. Didn't think it'd get that slick, so just basing it off of past races and how to fuel save was running through my mind there.
All right. Do you think if you'd have put more fuel in it, you'd have had anything for the 79 or 92 in front of you?
Maybe one more caution would have helped. I did start 16th, so quite a bit of ways back, just moving through the field. Maybe I don't really know, cause I mean they were moving, so it was just surviving really through that slick stuff.
Yeah, 16th to 3rd, definitely hard charger on the night, and congratulations on picking that up as well.
Yeah,
I-50
thanks.
I-55 next week. How do you think you're gonna do there?
I actually have a pretty good mindset for that track. It's really just it's a top base track, so it's just hitting your line better than the other people. I've won previous league races there a couple of times, so got a lot of understanding of how that track develops throughout the night.
All right. Any sponsors, shout outs, anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, the team, FSI Motorsports, for just coaching me throughout the week on getting better. I've only been on for 4 months, so just learning everything new in a day's matter. Beefin's Designs, 213 Simware, Martin Sports, Fast Time Media, Simworks Performance, and CS9 Chassis for helping me out.
You said 4 months on the sim. I mean, pretty good to
Yeah.
get your I rating up to where you can be running with the Pro Series here, as they do have
Yeah.
a minimum I rating cap, and then come home, and I've heard several of these drivers that run in the Pro Series say that the competition's some of the toughest they run. So
Yeah, I
definitely
try.
something to be proud of there.
Yeah, I try. It was pretty good picking up on that team just for a start, and just stay looking forward to pro qualifiers and see what I can do through those 6 weeks.
All right, well, definitely good luck in that. I mean, if we end up losing a driver here at Thunder Racing League, we'd love to do it to the pro guys.
Yeah. No, I think this league's great. I like what you guys put on. Having a broadcast is a great start, really. Very new to the league, really, but looking to get rolling again with this.
All right. Well, hopefully we will talk to you again next week and a few more weeks there on out.
Yeah, I hope so. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, that was your third place finisher, Ryan Avila. Last but not least is second place, led the majority of the laps, the 92 of Dylan Ayler, another very common driver up here in the booth with us getting interviewed. Got a copy, Dylan?
I got a copy.
All right, run us through that race.
Put me in I qualified on the pole, put me on a good spot for the heat race, was able to hang on in the heat race and start on the pole in the feature, and all in all, solid points night. I would have rather been, one step higher, but I got caught up racing behind me instead of in front of me. I knew Daniel was there, and I knew his car was a little better than mine. I was just trying to hold him off, and I ended up, making a mistake in 1 and 2. He got by me, and it turned out to be a lot closer than it actually was. He was running short on fuel there at the end, and I kind of noticed that with like a lap and a half to go, so I just went full send on the top, hoping that he was going to run out sooner than he did, and maybe I was going to get another shot at it. But second place finish, we'll take it, and we'll extend the points lead and go into Peely next week.
Yeah. Think you'd have had anything for him without the fuel?
And I don't know, his car was good on the top. Mine was actually a little too tight. I was getting up on the curb and I'd get super tight and then it'd fall off. And I was doing a lot of fighting and I had already had my wing all the way forward, so I was out of adjustment to try to loosen my car up anymore. So I was kind of stuck with what I had, and it was decent enough to hang up in the front. But like I said, Daniel just had his car was way better up there on the curb, so I knew it was probably coming. I could tell the way he closed in on me, he was probably just content just to ride in second, wait for me to make a mistake, and that's what he did. I started short sliding 3 and 4, trying to block his slider line if he was going to throw one, and I ended up getting tight and washing down the track in 1 and 2, and he got a huge run and was able to pass me, and from there he pretty much checked out.
Yeah, Daniel, I've noticed that from watching him here in the Pro Series. He's really good at being patient and waiting for the driver in front of him to make a mistake.
Yeah, me and Daniel were talking just there in the waiting room. We love racing together. He's one of my favorites in this league, man, because he'll run you hard and he'll give you some great competition, but he'll always run you clean, and he's a Class A talent. And like I said, anytime that I can run up front with him, it's another good week.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you mentioned, rolling into PV, Missouri, I-55 tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week. How do you feel there?
It's my home track. I hope to do good. I live like an hour and a half south of there, so I got to show up and represent for Missouri. So, I'm kind of excited. This will be my first league race with Thunrder here at Peevely. So we'll see how it goes. I'm still kind of on the fence about how I am at Peevely. I'm good there sometimes. Sometimes I completely whiff. So we'll go in there and try to do like we did tonight. Eldora is not one of my favorites. I'm not really a big track guy. I'm better at the bull rings. So, we'll go in, try to qualify good and be up front, try to stay out of the wrecks and collect some more points. So, like I said, hopefully next week I'll be one step better.
All right. Sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank?
First and foremost, I'd like to thank Elite Performance Industries. They send me the sets. I'm on the house team. Them guys have improved my driving, completely. I did 180 with David and Timmy and the crew over there. I'd also like to thank A2 Performance Horses, A&W Refrigeration, Baldwin Racing Engines. I'd like to thank another one of my teammates, Charlie Mayo. He was able to do pretty good in the rookie series. I appreciate him jumping in here and spotting for me. And, of course, Jay, you and the crew for putting this on every week, and you boys at Dirty Dog for the broadcast.
All right. We appreciate it and can't wait to see you next week. I'm sure there's a good chance we'll be talking to you again.
I hope so. Hope to see you all next week.
And that was the second place finisher, Dylan Ayler. So with that, I think all we got left to do is thanking the people that helped make the Thunrder Racing League go. That's School of Sim Racing, providing all our setups for the Rookie Series. Veterans and Warriors One Stop Shop. Again, they are a partner that any charity races we run, they end up receiving half the profit. If you'd like to donate, check out Veterans and Warriors One Stop Shop on Facebook, or jump in the Discord and send Justin Jones a private message. He would be more than happy to write off any donation that you make. The goal of Veteran and Warriors One Stop Shop is to bring that statistic of 22 veteran suicides a day down. We would love to see that number eventually hit 0. Donate there. Let's try to help Justin with that mission and help end veteran suicide. Giddings Mobile Repair. That's the ones that pay for everything that you see tonight and allowed us through 2 seasons to be a free-to-enter league. If you are within 60 miles of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you break down, give us a call. We're more than happy to come out and get you fixed up as soon as we can get you out. get you into the schedule. And obviously, Dirt Dogs International. We love the broadcast. I know you're new coming on board, but I watched last week after the races were over and absolutely love the work you do.
Well, we appreciate it, man. We get all the love from all the drivers and you guys that run the leagues and stuff. You show your supports for us here at Dirt Dogs, and without you guys, there wouldn't be a Dirt Dog. So our hats are definitely off for you, and we send out the most hound love that we can.
All right. That pretty well does it for me. I'll let you go ahead and close it out.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, like Jay said, that's going to conclude it on the night. This was the Pro Series for the Thunrder Racing League, the 410 Sprint Cow showing out here at Eldora. I have been your host, Jacob Keith, ripping, rock, and rolling here with the Thunrder Racing League and the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network. As always, don't do anything I wouldn't do unless you name it after me. So until next time, much hound love. Woof, woof.